Hi, vlog. I'm so excited to be back. It's not that I went anywhere, but I have just not put out a new vlog in a while, and I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I had a whole different plan for the vlog today. I was going to put out the hostages that returned, 20 of them that were alive have returned, receiving the bodies of those who didn't make it, who were murdered in captivity, died of their wounds. And so I wanted that vlog to come out. I have the Samaritan vlog, which I went for Sukkot, and Sukkot is already passed. I have part two of the Israel Antiquities Authority one that we show you the Judean scrolls that are super rare. And I haven't put out any one of them because I feel like I've sort of already edited those for All Israel News. And then when it comes to editing it for me, I just sort of feel like I don't have the strength. And so I don't want you guys to feel neglected. And I sort of remiss in telling you guys sort of that it wasn't a conscious decision to like take a break. It wasn't like a break. I just couldn't put them out on time. And I find that creating content, and this is me just literally venting for a bit, and I don't want to sound ungrateful, but creating content is a bit of a lonely thing because what you're doing is that when you create the content, you're always filming. And so I'm either filming myself, and so I'm not experiencing things in the moment like you would if you weren't filming, and I'm also filming other people. So whoever I'm interviewing or whatever I'm seeing, I'm experiencing that through a lens. So I'm seeing the hostages return, I'm experiencing it through a lens, and I'm hyper focused on getting my shot, right? If I am, I don't know, for All Israel News, if I'm shooting Levy and he's telling me all this really important information, it just goes whoosh over my head, and I only realize what he's saying after that when I'm editing because my mind is sort of more or less in the shot. And that's basically with everything that I do for the vlog. It's with everything that I do for All Israel News. And then after that, when I'm editing, it's just me in front of a computer. So, all that to say that creating content can sometimes get a little bit wearisome for me and a little bit lonely, a lot lonely, because I'm already sort of very lonely right now in life. I've talked about this a million times before. I'm 34 right now, and I'm not married. I don't live in the city. Thank God I have a car now, so I can just go to the city much more easily. It'll be winter in a second, and so that also helps me to sort of, not be in the cold waiting for a bus. And I can literally just hop in my car and go out in an adventure if I want to. So that's really helpful. But for the most part, life right now is lonely. And I'm realizing that when I create this content, it makes me feel even more lonelier. And I sort of had to sort of check myself and be like, I can't have it come in the expense of my mental health that I say no to seeing people or postpone things because of content. I love you guys so much, but content is not more important than my life. It can never be more important than my life. That's just how the way it is, right? Like, you guys know, like, I don't think anyone would want me to sacrifice my well-being just so that, someone can see a video. Um, Anyone can do that, but not anyone can live my life. So I sort of just had to make the conscious decision that I'm going to prioritize company, seeing people, spending time with friends. And it really got to the point where I was so, 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 so lonely that I was just like, God, you've got to change something. Like, my life isn't reflecting who I am. Like, I know that I have people that love me. I have loads of friends. Like, I have people that love me and I'm not seeing them. Like, what's happening? And so I asked God to change it. And like, God, put me on people's hearts so like that I'm not the only one initiating. And it's not true that I'm the only one, but I think, people just live their own lives and they don't realize that I'm over here and I actually want to see them. Because sometimes people think that you're busy or you're just not in the city. And so giving the benefit of the doubt. So that long explanation just tells you guys, explains to you guys a little bit of how I've been feeling. Um, I'm super grateful for also like a recent thing in my life that's like giving me a bit more balance because I, as a 34-year-old single Messianic woman, somehow, I used to have more guy friends, and that gave a lot of like really good balance in life. And then at some point, everyone gets married, people move away, and you suddenly don't really have guy friends anymore. And you only have your girl friends that are sort of in the same boat as you. And that's also a bit of a lonely place. And so suddenly these like people have come in my life in different capacities, like men, like male friendships. And it's giving me a lot of balance and a lot of comfort. And I'm so grateful for the gift of brothers. Like, really, I'm so, so grateful for it. And it's something that I'm just sort of like taking in and being like, okay, this, I feel like I'm breathing again, because the difference between men and women is whoosh, it's vast. And I like to have fun. And I think that men like to just keep things simple and have fun and go places and adventure. And so I'm trying to just sort of invest in meeting new guy friends that I have, and just sort of keeping that, sort of like a precious part of my life that I'm grateful for. And so that's a little just update from me, that I'm happy that's giving me a bit of balance. And that's basically it. I literally just wanted to come up here and just vent to you guys about how life is and how it's feeling. Um, I know that this is sort of far away and this doesn't make sense to talk about it now. Sorry about that noise. But I have a birthday in March 27th, and it just feels sort of weird to sort of think about things in advance. You're like, oh, am I still going to be single by then? Like, really, God, is this really like, am I still going to be single when I'm 35? And I have all these thoughts of like, God, when am I going to find someone? And when am I going to get married? And when am I going to have kids? And when am I going to study? Because I still want to study and I still want to write this book. And can I do all the things simultaneously? And it's like, I don't have in my brain sort of a grid for where my life is heading. And so right now I'm investing in my one client, which is All Israel News. I would like to have more on camera things that I can do that don't require of me to edit. So I'm only on the field. I don't edit whatever it is. And I'm sort of just wanting to go in that direction. I dropped 2 clients because I felt that it was right. It was keeping me behind the computer and not outside. And so I'm making these decisions for my life. And yet I feel like I'm not progressing in the way that I want. And so, like, I'm still in debt and I'm paying that off every month in different ways. But it doesn't allow me to move out of here. And also, God didn't tell me to move out from here. You guys know that I'm a Messianic Jew. I'm a follower of God, a follower of Yeshua. If God didn't tell me to move forward to a specific place, I know that I'm not supposed to move. Like, He's not telling me to move from here. And there are things that I'm sort of like predicting in a way that I'm sort of like keeping me in this limbo of like, I'm not sure where the next step is, but I have a feeling that it might not be Jerusalem. And I'm sort of apprehensive about the whole thing and feeling sort of like in the dark, because there's something that's called clarity's cost that John Paul Jackson talks about a lot. You guys can search him up. I'll put a link below. But he talks about like when God speaks to you and he speaks to you about something very, very specific, there's the cost to that clarity. And so you don't have a lot of leeway. You don't have a lot of wiggle room within this thing because you know that that thing is very specific. And so I feel like there could be something like that in my future. And I know I'm being cryptic, but that God is very specific about something. And I don't really know what to do in the meantime, is what I'm saying. I won't be commenting on what it is because truthfully, I don't even know what it is. He said something that was specific and yet vague enough for me to be like, I don't know what that means. And so that's, I guess, what we're going to do. Ah, the delivery man is here. 1 second. Oops. Just disappeared for a while. We have someone coming, not the delivery guy. I called him a delivery guy, but he's here to measure the kitchen downstairs because we're renovating the kitchen. And also sorry for this weird sort of shadows on my face. Anyways, life is a bit vague right now and it's a bit weird, and I'm really trying to get certain things together as far as like where my career is, what I'm going to do moving forward, even going to sleep earlier, stuff like that. I'm realizing that there are some things that I have to prioritize for the longevity of me. And if I don't do those things, then I just won't be a very happy person. And so I wanted to tell you guys that you guys are part of that happiness of my life. And I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just sort of pushing you guys aside, because I wasn't very good at telling you guys that I was like not putting out vlogs. It just wasn't intentional, it just sort of like happened. That's it. Life is a bit weird. Life is good. Oops. Everything looks weird here. There's no position that I can be in that doesn't have shadows on my face. Uh, that's it. It's just weird right now, and that's all it is. But I'm just trying to make the best of it and trying to just do, good. And if you guys want to see more content of me, just not on this channel, moving forward, I'm going to put out pretty much every week. But go to All Israel News. I report things there. You'll see some of the same content on my channel, just more from my actual perspective and not just like a news reporter. And here's Bunny. Cuppy. Hi, Cuppy. Do you love it? Everybody here? Okay. That's it. Okay, Bunny, say bye. Say bye to everyone. Okay, I love you guys so much. Bunny loves you. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe. I love you in advance. If you're not new here, welcome back. I have to edit this vlog and put it out, and I will see you guys in a vlog very soon. Always gotta film an outro with the bunny. Hi, Cuppy. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Chino. Hi, Cuppy. Cupperoni. Cappuccino.